It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at wideout A.J. Brown. He was perfect for them a week ago, getting a pair of touchdowns and some massive yardage. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to the season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality weeks.
Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Boyle. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This defense for the Packers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
2nd and short. That's a rundown. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Jones hit and the ball's out, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throw throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it'll be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position. And this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. To throw on second down, Boyle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Rodgers going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Operating from the gun, Boyle. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, we took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Out of the gun now on third down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing on first down. Boyle. This pass complete to Galladay on the crossing route. Touchdown, Vikings! Kenny Galladay, 37 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you can both know one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Packers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have moved out in front. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off play action. Boyle. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Rodgers again now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Malik McDowell, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Boyle's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Boyle. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again, Boyle. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap. It felt like they had to try and keep him upright.
To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. And again, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Boyle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game, and the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. On play action, Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Rodgers now to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Jones. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And then bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Back to throw. Boyle. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Rodgers will try again on second down. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's second and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Rodgers now on third and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs. 5-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 after a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the gun on third down, Boyle
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
and he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
On first down, Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And Jones with a first down carry, and he's going to wind up losing a couple as he's stopped behind the line.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Complete to Jones.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Here's Rodgers. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Boyle.
Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, Boyle. And this is Cook with a grab.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Back to throw again. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. On 1st down, Boyle setting up the screen for Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Green Bay, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.